Hey guys, it's Kay from J&Kay. Today I'm going to be talking about prioritizing breaks and downtime. So we've talked about Starbucks time, which is kind of feeling this peace and having this atmosphere of creativity and inspiration. But right now I want to talk a little bit more about short breaks. 5-minute think deeply breaks, where you can kind of work things out and figure out what's going on in your life. So recently I have needed a more long-term kind of a break. 2 days ago I was kind of having an emotional breakdown a little bit, trying to figure out who am I and what am I doing everything for? What's the purpose of everything that I'm doing? Just kind of a reevaluation. I knew that I was on the right path, but I kind of lost focus. And I really needed some time and space to work things out, to figure out what I was feeling and why. Some people just work through those feelings and ignore them. They kind of push them aside. Any thoughts about self-discovery or emotional questions? But it's really important to recognize that you have questions, recognize what's going on inside your heart, and to deal with them, to face them, to realize that your subconscious mind is speaking to you. And if you put it off and deny it, you'll probably be denying yourself the opportunity to figure out something that you couldn't otherwise. So my purpose and inspiration is deeper now because I took the time to figure out what I needed to. So Jay and I have a phrase, we only work in peace, meaning we give our best and we produce the most efficient and effective work or whatever we're giving to the world by having a sense of peace and creating a peace in our hearts. So out of that peace, out of that place of peace, that's how we work. We work out of peace. We don't work out of frustration, anxiety, or fear. The kind of the produce, what we produce when we work out of fear is so much, first of all, the quality is so much worse, and second of all, it is so much less efficient. We have to work like so many more times as hard to get the results that we want. So we only work in peace. So here's the way that I would suggest having your little breaks throughout the day. You can call them think deeply breaks, where you kind of just think, but also give yourself space. You can be journaling and processing. You can do an audio journal. You can write things out by hand. You can take digital journaling, either typing or even on your phone if it's like a break from work or whatever, and you've just got your phone on you. Whatever works for you. And you don't even have to document or record what's going on in your mind. You might just need some space. Let yourself breathe. Let your mind breathe. Give yourself a chance to process what's been going on. For me, once I am processing something, I need to document it. I need to remind myself of what I've come up with. And I find that that is really helpful to figure out, okay, what can I take away from this? What can I remember later? What if I have this feeling again? What can I go back to and remember the conclusions that I've come to? So I recommend doing 5 to 15 minute chunks of time, either 5, 10, or 15 minute chunks of time that you just kind of take a break and reflect. Maybe you have a cup of tea or coffee and you're just staring out the window. Maybe you're journaling. Maybe you're trying to figure out something deeply. Or maybe you're just giving yourself space and rest. But I think it's really important to have those times. And I recommend doing that 2 to 5 times a day. So whatever works for you, figure it out and put it into your life system. Figure out when you can take those breaks. Don't let it just kind of happen. Schedule it. Make it a priority to take breaks and figure out what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Make that a priority in your life. Schedule out a block of time, not a very long block of time. It can be 5 minutes twice a day if you don't have a lot of time. It could be on your drive home from work. But just figure out when that time would be and make it a priority. Now, it's also important to have something that you can capture random thoughts on. So sometimes when I'm kind of taking this deep meditative time to try to figure things out, these random thoughts will come to my mind. You know, like, oh, I forgot to write down on my shopping list to buy milk. Why am I thinking of that right now? That's not what I'm trying to think about. I'm trying to think about what my life purpose is, or I'm trying to dissect why did that coworker's comment bother me so much? Like, why is this buy milk coming up? So have either a little scrap of paper or a note on your phone, or just somehow that you can just jot down the random thoughts that come to your mind. So you can just get them off your mind. You know that it's taken care of. You'll come back to it another time, but that way you can focus on what you really want to focus on. The more important, first of all, figuring things out, and second of all, the peace. That feeling of peace and that feeling of giving yourself space to figure out what's going on in your mind. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know what kinds of, what ideas resonate with you. Is it taking notes? Is it having more space? Is it just carving out a chunk of time? Have you ever felt those feelings of something's wrong, but I can't figure out what, and I don't have the time to figure it out? You probably don't need a lot of time, you just need some space. So let me know if you've ever done that before and you found success, and let me know if it's something that you're going to try, what resonated with you, and what steps are you going to take? What techniques and tips that I've talked about are you going to try? All right, thanks guys, have a great day.